So here's the thing. People are very concerned about how they appear because that's the ego and that's how we are trained to survive in this society. And a lot of spiritual people have a lot of spiritual habits. And the thing is that they have a spiritual ego in reality, and it doesn't really make a lot of difference. It still comes from ego. So don't get fooled by someone who is doing yoga and speaking very calmly and doing meditation every day and having a super, I don't know, like spiritual or super kind of like a routine that a lot of people are aspiring to. That doesn't really mean that they are so much connected to or like living in a truly spiritual way, because things on the outside can look spiritual but come from a different place, or they can look maybe pretty rough on the outside but come from a true place. What I mean is that habits are really important, and they actually help you a lot on your spiritual journey, and they help you actually go back to that place. But if you don't know that place, then there is not much to go back to. So if you haven't touched really, or if you are far away, because we all come from love, we all come from light, and truth, and that is what the universe is. That is what the creator is, God, if you will. But we, during our lives, because of how this reality works, this reality is an illusion, and ego is something that keeps us in this illusion. Ego is the idea of ourselves that we have, and we can really go far away from the truth of what we really are, which is love, so that we almost forget what really is true and what is our real nature. So a person that is hardly connected to what they really are, they can still do yoga and, let's say, pretend to be spiritual. And actually, I think the spiritual ego is one of the worst kinds of ego. And I'm guilty as charged, because I was living in a spiritual ego for a very long time. I was never the kind of person that did yoga and meditated and talked really quietly and, that kind of, let's say, that kind of profile. But I did live in a way that I thought that I was, because I was, let's say, more spiritually awake, which actually proves that exactly that I wasn't. But because I thought that I was more spiritually awake, respect to most of other people, I thought that I was better than them. I thought that I was wiser than them. I thought that I was somehow should get a free pass on certain things, and that I am in a way entitled to a certain kind of life. And actually, I have in my last ceremony, I had a wake-up call regarding that, where I learned just how much I live in a lie, and how much I lie to myself and how much I lie to other people. And the thing is that the realization that I had after that last ceremony was that I did feel like, in truth, those things that I wanted to pursue, or the way I wanted to live, or the way I wanted to appear, was actually calling me, and that is the truth. But that truth, like if you imagine it like a light ball in the center, was covered in a layer of ego, and ego is darkness that was pretending to be light. Now that is, first of all, it's ridiculous, because it's like there is light, but there is like a layer that is covering it, that is pretending to be light. So what's the point of that? But it also, that layer, because it is darkness pretending to be light, it's actually distorting something that is true underneath that. And I think that happens for a lot of people, that they actually truly feel, well, their true nature, our true nature. No, they feel that they are good. They feel that they are called to awake. They feel that they have this potential and this aspirations to go towards that and to live like that. But because we are trained to really make ourselves appear a certain way in front of other people and in this society, in this reality, they actually still come from the ego. They didn't wake up to that illusion, so their ego is actually covering that, making like a layer of darkness that pretends to be light, and pretends to be what is actually here. But it distorts the image, and you can feel it in someone's energy. You can feel that something is off, especially if you're a little bit intuitive. Then it's kind of, when you meet someone and they, like, everything about them is right, but there is something off. Well, a lot of times I would say that there's 100% chance that that's because they are coming from the ego. Just the ego can have really million different faces, and it can pretend to be anything. But again, I said it in every video, and I'm gonna say it also in this one. It cannot be humble, so it can be everything but humble. So, for example, if you confront that person, if you tell them something that you feel, or you have a sense that something is going on, they are probably going to deflect. They are going to maybe become defensive about it, or they are not going to be able to really look at that truly. Humble themselves and really go into it and have an honest conversation about it, and take an honest look at themselves. But they are somehow going to deflect. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be that they attack you or something, but you can feel that they are not really hearing you. Why I'm saying this is because I have struggled with my habits my whole life, and I'm still on my journey to improving my lifestyle, and actually starting to live the way I feel I should live, and that universe intended for me. And the thing is that people with their habits, or how they appear, it can be very delusive. It can be very kind of, it tricks you. And one good way to really see what's actually happening is whether they are coming from a place of heart and love and honesty, or if they are coming from their ego. Is well, one, as I said, if you confront them, they are going to deflect or defend themselves. And another one is, we all know what heart feels like. We all know what love feels like. Some are closer to it, some are further from it. But if you go into your heart honestly, and if you um, don't listen to your mind, but if you can drop into your heart and just feel what is true and what you feel is true, then that will probably give you a more honest answer regarding where someone is coming from or where you are coming from, because you can also be in your spiritual ego and actually pursuing like a spiritual lifestyle, but from a place of ego rather than from a true place of love and humbleness and truth. So I hope this gives you some information on that. And yeah, just remember to be humble and to practice that, and to question yourself honestly, and to observe other people honestly, without judgment, but with wisdom and love. Cheers.